Hello, welcome back. Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger on January 22nd, 2022. That's 222022. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow Johnny Tiger is getting the booster shot. So yay, get this out of the way. Apparently, I'm getting Moderna. Previous two shots were Pfizer's. So I don't know what this is going to do. They tell me it's not going to do anything, anything bad, that is. So let's hope for the best. Anyway, so today I want to talk a little bit about how to get the most out of your sidekick. I don't mean the guy who's beside you. I mean your actual martial arts self-defense sidekick. So let's look at first what is the basic sidekick because we need to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Sidekick, as its name implies, of course, you're throwing a kick to the side, either to the left or to the right. And the most immediate way of doing that is, for those of you who don't have very good balance, hold on to something. Let's say you're going to throw a right side kick. You want to hold on to the wall on your left, and you want to pick your knee up and then kick to the side, right? Like you're stomping on someone to the side. Of course, you got to lean your body to away from the side you're kicking to counterbalance it. And some people they'll try to keep your body upright. And that look cool, but it's not very effective, right? Especially if uh, let me show you guys. If I actually lean my kick versus if I don't lean my kick, if I don't lean, my kick will actually push myself off balance the moment I hit something resisting. Okay, so that's very important. So that is a sidekick. What is a sidekick made for? Kicking someone who's coming up to you, beside you? Actually, the sidekick in its original design was for warriors that rode horses. Okay, a lot of time you don't see this in a lot of modern movies and stuff like that when they show warfare. When people show warfare nowadays, it's very choreographed. Uh, a bunch of horses on the left, a bunch of horses on the right, they charge each other, and then everyone know what they're doing. Real battle didn't always happen that way. There's a lot of people on their horses, or off their horses getting spooked, their horses uh, running here and there, and the people on the ground trying to pull you off of your horse. So just because you're on the horseback didn't always give you an advantage if you didn't know what you're doing. All it would take is a couple of people grabbing a hold of your leg while you're going by, and off you come. So people, warriors who were on horseback, that's what the sidekick was originally designed for. It's so if someone is coming to grab you, you just lean your weight a little bit to the other side, take one foot out of the stirrup, and boom, kick them right in the head. Problem solved. Eh? Someone else coming from the other side trying to grab you, boom, kick to the side. Problem solved. You don't really have to worry about them coming from behind because your horse is going to deal with them. Your horse is going to kick them. You don't have to worry about them coming from in front because you can deal with them with your sword or your spear or whatever, right? But the ones that come from the side in your peripheral, those are where these sidekicks are designed for. In another word, sidekicks are not, strictly speaking, not designed for the kind of combat, the kind of conflict you and I may run into on the street. This is why, for the most part, people who try to do a sidekick in a fight usually get messed up really bad. Yeah, I'm not saying that to say that sidekicks are no good. If you get really good at it, if you are super accurate with it, I've seen someone who kicked their opponent's knife out of their hand with a sidekick in a sparring match. Uh, Granted, it wasn't a real knife, and the other person wasn't really trying to kill them, but that was pretty impressive. If you can be that accurate, then I can see, yeah, you might get really fortunate with your sidekick. But even then, there in the dark alley where there's a lot of uh, debris on the floor, floor may be slippery, and that the other person may be moving yeah, very erratically, and unpredictable. That sidekick may let you down more than it accomplished anything. The reason being, sidekick, while it is an immensely powerful kick, most people don't practice it right. Let me talk about a few of the things that we do during training that they are there for a reason, but they don't do you any favor in teaching you how to maximize your sidekick. First, a lot of modern martial art, karate, taekwondo, whatever, and then a lot of other kick-based martial art. When they teach you how to throw a sidekick, they add a turn in there. So what's happening is you bring your knee up and then you turn and then you're kicking, which means I'm I end up throwing a sidekick toward my front. So a lot of people when they try to sidekick in a real fight, that's what they're trying to do. I'm already facing the person. I'm going to bring my knee up, turn, and then sidekick them. That's immensely stupid. Right? That's I'm fighting Bruce here. He's charging at me. I got to try to turn and risk getting myself off balance and sidekick him. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Okay, if someone is in front of me, then I'm just going to front kick them. I'm going to roundhouse kick them. I'm going to stomp kick them. There's a whole lot of frontal techniques to handle that. There's no need for me to turn and sidekick, throw a sidekick toward my front. That's just silly. Not to mention, when you're turning, there's a very big chance of you overturning and then your kick and up missing the person altogether, or the person moves at the last minute and you don't hit them square on. Okay, so that is one of the big problems. So why do people do this? It look good. It look really good. Right? When you're doing martial art competition, when you're doing a sparring, when you're doing form katas and uh, drills, it look good to like 1, 2, 3, move to the right, spin, kick, and yeah, look really fancy. Look like you know what you're doing, right? It doesn't look as good if you just kick to the side, right? If I do the same combo, same pattern, 1, 2, 3, move to the side, and side kick, eh, doesn't look right, right? But that's what the side kick is. It's supposed to be a kick to the side, not spin and kick toward the front, right? I know, where I just kick to the side, look really awkward. Because one time when I showed that, I was 10 years old, just learned my sidekick, and I tried to show one of my uncles, one of my Taiwanese uncles, and I said, Uncle, I learned sidekick. And he said, what's a sidekick? I said, you kick to the side. And he said, show me. And I go like, hi! And he said, you look like you're a dog about to pee. Okay, so it looks silly when you just kick to the side. That's why a lot of martial arts will teach you to do that fancy spin and kick to the front to do your side kick. Now, that has its application, but it's not how it's supposed to, how they're teaching you, how we're taught. You don't spin and kick to the front. You don't do a 1, 2, 3 combo and a spin and kick to the front. It doesn't work that way. What is this spin to the front and kick to the front actually useful for? Is for evasion and counter-attacking. Let's say I'm boxing somebody, I'm fighting somebody, not boxing because you can't kick when you're boxing them, and the person suddenly lunge in toward me, and I need to shuffle out of the way. See what happened to my body? The moment I shuffle backward, is my body is already turned. This is when I can just boom, side kick them right in the stomach with that momentum. So this turning and kicking doesn't work how it's taught. It's work for when you are pairing it with actual evasion, boom. Someone coming in, I turn, boom. Someone coming in, I shuffle back, boom. Right? Someone pushed me, I'm stumbling away, boom. Okay, I can fire this anytime I'm stumbling and turning. Right? That is where you do it. You don't do a 1, 2, 3 turn and kick. That's weird. Okay, that will never work. Number two, why this doesn't work? A lot of people are taught to kick too high because a lot of them are doing things that, again, want to look fancy, and also they want to be like good cardio or stuff like that, like cardio kickboxing, which really isn't taught, so you can be good at self-defense. Cardio kickboxing has one goal in mind, which is to tire you out. That is why they get you to kick really high. And a lot of people will try to kick high because they watch movies, they watch martial art movies, they watch that like, wow, fighting to the head. Okay, that's cool. But again, not real. Not real. Okay, well, when you throw a real side kick in a real conflict, you never want to aim above the hip bone. Right? That's a, is it good to kick someone in the stomach? Yes, it is. Sometimes it might even work. But most of the time, when you try to kick someone in the stomach, in the chest, what's going to happen is the person's body is going to turn on contact, and then they grab your leg, and down you go. Right? So, when you throw a real side kick in a real situation, target ankle, target knee. That's it. Okay? Ankle, knee. If you can, groin, but it's not a good groin attack. Let me tell you. Because why? When you throw a side kick, your foot is kind of horizontal, which means if it hits the groin, it's going to push against the entire pelvis region rather than focus the pressure on the important part. If I want to hit someone in the groin, I'd much rather just hit it with my shin with a rising kick, right? I much rather just hit it with my hand, much faster this way, take less energy. I'm not going to side kick someone in the groin, okay? So again, you want to aim for the knee, for the ankle, for the knee, for the ankle, for the knee, for the ankle. Okay, I can do this all day, right? Doesn't take a lot of energy. But instead, most people are being taught to kick way high, like that. That's not even very high. Like for me, that's kind of high, but like I have known people who can kick way higher. But even that is already too high. The hip belly level is too high. Don't do that. As Bruce Lee once pointed out himself, in a real fight, he would never do any of the high kicks. Because your legs are down here. It's meant to hit target down here. It's silly to try to hit target up there when your hand can get it much quicker. So with that in mind, I want to say talk about a little bit of a third thing. Again, a lot of people try to combo sidekick into their punches and kicking. And again, this is not a very practical thing to do because the sidekick is specifically designed for that instant when someone coming beside you, someone coming beside you. So for you to try to combo this, you're taking it away from what it was meant to do. And again, you're more thinking about cardio kickboxing. 1, 2, 3, side kick. 1, 2, 3, side kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, side kick. Right? Yeah, cool. Tire yourself out, really good. But that is not what sidekicks are really for. It's not for a quick combination. Sidekick is the kind of move that you throw in there when you're retreating, moving, or someone is coming in from the side and you just stomp straight to the side. Right? Um, so with that in mind, we want to always remind ourselves, real fight, not the same as in the studio, not the same as in tournament. Olympic martial art, not the same as self-defense martial art. When you practice your sidekick, ask yourself, what are you practicing for? Is your goal cardio? Is your goal competition? Because if it is, then yes, practice the high kick, the turning side kick, the back spinning side kick, uh, the low and high side kick, all that stuff. Okay? Good for you. But if your goal is say, okay, I want to know how to do this because I may have to do it one day in a fight, then I say throw all that out the window. Okay? Find uh, something you can kick, like Bruce here, or uh, put a pillow, a big pillow, against the side of your bed. Huh? You don't have to hit it hard, especially initially. You just need to be able to throw the sidekick accurately. Boom, 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 boom. Fast, balanced, accurate. Okay? I can move, 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 kick. Move, 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 kick. Move, 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 kick. Okay? No matter which angle I'm moving to, I can hit it with a side kick as soon as it's to my side. That's it. That's it. Throw the high kick out the window, throw the turn out the window. Practice how to move, 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 and kick to the side. Move, move, kick to the side. And remember, ankle or knee. Those are the target you want to aim for. By the way, uh, forgot to mention uh, quickly that when you hit someone with a side kick, customarily, ideally, you want to hit them with the heel of your foot, like you're stomping on something. Right? However, that is mostly uh, true for people who are barefoot in the kitchen. No, I mean barefoot in the martial arts studio. If today you're wearing boots, uh, heavy shoes, or stuff like that, it really doesn't matter. Okay, there's a different. The way I was taught sidekick actually was to hit with the edge of your foot, the outside edge of the outside blade of your foot. And originally I thought that was really silly because every time I did that, it hurts a lot. Hurt me, not my opponent. But the moment I put shoes on, then it makes sense. When I put shoes on, I can hit it with the edge of my foot, hit it with the heel of my foot, I can hit it with the toe or the ball of my foot. no problem. Okay? So don't get too obsessed. Again, for self-defense application, don't get too obsessed about having to hit it with your heel. Right? If you really want to get a feel for how a real self-defense sidekick should feel like, then when you're practicing, put on a pair of boots, put on a pair of shoes. I promise you, it will suddenly feel very, very different. Thank you for checking out today's Survival Saturday. I hope that this will help you fine tune some of your sidekicks. And we'll be back tomorrow for Sausage Sunday. For now, have a good night.